Forbidden Knowledge, Gods of the Bible, Baal Cycle, Palace of Baal. Throughout the Bible, there are many mentions of other gods who tempt and sway the children of Israel against the God of Israel. In this continuing series, Gods of the Bible, we will go over who these gods are, where these gods come from, and how these gods affect the Bible. Previously, we discussed the first part of the Baal cycle. We discussed how Baal struggled to defeat Yam, the tyrant god of the earth. We discussed how Baal was too weak to fight Yam and needed borrowed strength, and how Baal offers nothing in return for child sacrifice. Baal cycle, Baal's palace. They have built the high places of Baal to burn their children in the fire as offerings to Baal, something that did not command or mention, nor did it enter my mind. The Canaanite god Baal is the Canaanite god of the earth, and the enemy of the God of Israel. Baal worship in ancient Israel was prevalent, and caused the children of Israel to fall into the God of Israel's anger. And it was the sacrifice of children that opened a portal to Gehenna, the biblical pit of fire. Baal and Baal worship was prevalent in Canaan and spread to the surrounding territories including Israel and northern Syria. The worship of other gods and Baal worship was in part due to the actions of King Solomon, who introduced the worship of other gods and accept the worshiping of other gods through royal acceptance. Like how the Bible has Genesis, the people of Canaan have the Baal cycle. The Baal cycle is the epic creation story of the Canaanite god Baal during the mythic age of gods. The Baal cycle is written on several clay tablets written in cuneiform. Tablets were found in Ugarit, modern-day northern Syria. The Baal cycle is broken down into three major parts. The first part, Baal's war with the sea tyrant Yam, was the subject of our previous video. The second major part of the Baal cycle follows Baal's ascension to the king of the earth. After Baal defeated the previous king of the earth, Yam, with magic weapons gifted to him, Baal and his supporters bid for Baal to become the new king of the earth. However, Baal had not yet been recognized as having the authority to be the king of the earth. The second part of the Baal cycle begins with Baal's consort Anat, the Canaanite goddess of war, slaughtering her servants and warriors and causing the inhabitants of her cities to flee. As Anat slaughtered her servants, she sang her praises and love for Baal and Baal's daughters. Baal sends Anat a messenger who must perform specific rites to not anger Anat. Receiving Baal's message, Anat and Baal search for the secret of lightning on the hill Zephon. The Baal cycle returns with Baal and Anat speaking to one another. Baal tells Anat that he is frustrated and that he does not have a palace of his own, and is frustrated that he has to live with his parent, El. Baal's lack of a palace is a significant hurdle for Baal. The lack of a palace signifies several things. Lack of a palace signifies that Baal has not been accepted by El, the Canaanite supreme god, as the king of the earth. With El's refusal to give Baal a palace, Baal cannot hold a kingly court, nor can he claim to be the king due to having no place or cities to rule. The other major significance of Baal's lacking a palace also signifies Baal's lack of power and influence among the other gods of his own pantheon. Hearing that Baal was upset at living with his father, Anat immediately went to confront El. Anat went to El and threatened El, causing an earthquake. The earthquake forced El out of his palace, but still denied to build Baal a palace. With El's denial of Baal, Baal is left with trying to find another way to gain a palace and be recognized as king of the earth. Baal sent a messenger to Kothar-Walkassis, and it was decided that Kothar-Walkassis would build gifts for Baal to give to the gods to support him to become king. Baal first went to Athrat, who Baal slew many of her sons. Athrat had thought that Baal had come to slay her. Baal was very nervous to meet Athrat, but only had the courage to meet Athrat by Anat pushing Baal forward. As Baal approached, Athrat was relieved and won over by the many gifts Baal had prepared for her. Having won Athrat over with his many gifts, Athrat had gathered provisions to sway the other gods to Baal's favor. With the support of the other gods, El was forced to allow Baal to make a palace. However, Baal was still afraid that Yam may try and destroy Baal, and he was afraid that his daughters might try and escape. With Baal receiving his palace, this concludes the second major part of the Baal cycle. And with its conclusion, one can make several comparisons between Baal and the God of Israel. In the Baal cycle, the theme of Baal being too weak to overcome his adversaries continues. Although Baal defeated Yam, the previous king of the earth, Baal was only able to do so with the help of borrowed strength, and trying to obtain kinghood is no different. Compared to the God of Israel, God needs no aid. I am the first and I am the last, and apart from me there is no God. Who is like me? Let him proclaim and declare it, and lay it out for himself. Baal's denial of a palace is telling that El and the other gods did not see Baal as a serious or mature god. The fact that Baal lived with El instead of a palace like his consort is in stark contrast to the God of Israel. For you, Lord, are the Most High over all the earth. You are exalted far above all gods. The other gods did not support Baal, and Baal could not use his influence to get the other gods to side with him. It was only through bribes and the borrowed influence of Athrat that Baal was able to gain his palace and royal court. Baal does not have the strength to save himself. He must rely on the others to protect him. Baal, despite being weaker than the other gods in the Canaanite pantheon, still demands sacrifice of children. If we take Baal's words and the events of the Baal cycle as truth, then what can Baal offer humanity? Baal does not offer an afterlife. There is no heaven nor hell. Baal does not have the strength to defend himself, yet he would have his followers burn alive their children. For nothing. Do the followers of Baal still exist today? Do the followers of Baal still sacrifice children today? Does Baal exist in another form today? If the cult of Baal survived in different forms, who are they? Let me know in the comment section below, and for more Supernatural History TV, like and subscribe.